the difference between acrylic and oil paint. If you are here and this video fits the category of what you want to hear, please kindly stick around. Within the next 5 to 10 minutes, I'll be talking about the difference between these two paints. My name is Okolishus Christian, also known as Shuskolin Art. That's my stage name. As an artist with an experience of over 14 years, and as a painter, as someone that paints, that draw with different medium, I can categorically tell you that there is no medium that you can't use to paint. For those people that are trying to know like what's the difference between these two painting. Now, if you are new to painting, welcome, and if you are someone that has been painting too, you are also welcome. These videos for you. Now, if I'm to talk, if you are to ask me like, is there any difference between acrylic and oil paint? My answer is going to be yes, there are difference between them. And if you ask me like, is there anyone that is the best for painting? My answer is going to be no, depending on what you actually want to achieve as an artist. As an artist that have worked with both oil and acrylic paints, I can categorically tell you that both paints is going to give you a very wonderful artwork, and it's going to give you a very wonderful result. Now, what you just have to know is that you have to know your medium very well. Like there is this saying, the magic is not in the tool, but the magic is in the hands of the creator. It's like you have to know your craft, and like you have to know what you are working with, your medium. For those that doesn't know what acrylic and oil paint is, in my hand I can show you. This is an acrylic. This is an acrylic color. You understand? It's an acrylic color. You can use it to paint. It gives you a very wonderful result. And this is an oil color too. You understand? It also gives you a very wonderful result. So please, if you've watched this video to this moment, please, I will implore you that you just like this video, subscribe, and turn off your notification bell. It's going to help a lot. So I will say that the major difference between them that I can say is this one. If you want an artwork that maybe something that's going to sit in your studio for a very long time, if you actually want to work with a kind of a medium that is not an urgent, you don't want to achieve this kind of urgent result. Sorry, let me put it that way. Like if you want to make a painting and you are not actually giving it out, maybe within 1 or 2 months, something like that, you can actually use oil color. Something about oil color is that it gives this kind of glossy look. It's kind of shine, but I can tell you it takes time to dry out. For those people that are non-artists, let me say it takes time to dry out. But for those that are artists, which I know that this video is for them, there's something we call cure. Understand? It takes time for oil color to cure. You can make a painting, and for like 2-3 months the painting won't be fully cured. And what do we mean by for an artwork or for a painting to be fully cured? It means that for it to dry, like it doesn't retain any moisture within it. You understand? It's fully dry. That's what it means for an artwork to be cured. And for an artwork to be cured. So sorry about that. Oil color takes time for it to fully dry. You may think that an artwork is dry on the surface, but deep down, within the canvas and everything, because once you paint, for those people that are good painter, you know that is layers by layers. You have to lay your paint, over the other. You have to lay your paint one after the other. For some people, they can lay their paint for like maybe it's just like coating, giving it coat, like first coat, second coat, third coat, you understand? Adding layer over layer, that's what makes a beautiful painting. So if you are going to be working with oil, you have to be very patient. You understand? It takes time to draw. Now, if you ask me which one is good for drawing, I would say both oil color and acrylic, color is good for drawing. Both of them makes wonderful, wonderful paint. There, as in, sorry, but both of them makes wonderful artwork. They are going to give you a very good end result. Hoping you know how to make use of them very well. Now, there are some artists that they feel like, oh, I love to work with acrylic. Some artists will say that, oh, I don't think I can work with oil color. You just have to know your source and something that is best for you as an artist. So, but if you are an artist like you want to make an artwork and you don't really have that time to wait for a very long time, you just want to do something maybe within the next 24 hours, maybe 1 or 2 days, you can make use of acrylic. Understand? Acrylic dries faster. I can tell you for a fact. You understand? I can tell you for free. Acrylic dries faster. It doesn't take it doesn't take days for it to dry faster, but there is a catch to it. If you are making use of acrylic, you should put something at you should have something at the back of your mind, which is going to, if you don't know how to, if you are a beginner and you want to work on maybe a portrait that is well detailed, you might actually mess up your painting. You might actually mess up your painting. For example, now, if this is your palette, for example, this one now, colors that are here, now, I lay all these colors today. All these colors, these are acrylic paints. I lay them on this palette today, but trust me, they are fully dry. Look at it. And something about acrylic is that as you are mixing it, actually, see, when acrylic paint is dry, it looks like plastic. It gives you this kind of plastic, this kind of touch of plastic. See, you see, it gives you this kind of touch of plastic. So acrylic dries faster. Acrylic paint dries faster. So my own advice is that if you want to make use of acrylic for fine details and you are not yet a professional artist, you have to take your time very well and you should know what you are doing, because if care is not taken, you are not going to get that fine look that you are willing to achieve on the portrait. Now, for those that like to work as a contemporary artist, that this kind of art that doesn't carry much detailings, like just like abstract kind of art, acrylic is very good. The advantage is that it dries faster. You can work with it when you are not working on a kind of artwork that carries much details. You can use acrylic. And if you watch this video to this moment, you can drop it in the comment section. If you've ever made use of acrylic and oil paints, drop it in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Of oil paints and acrylic paints. Please drop it in the comment section. Let me know. I'm going to check and I'm going to respond to your questions and to what you think about it. Now, so I think that is what I just have to. That is all I have to say about this. And another thing is that acrylic doesn't need much. How am I going to put it? Like, doesn't need much paparazzi. You understand? Acrylic paint doesn't need much paparazzi. It's like the rugged paints of the art world. You understand? Acrylic is this kind of very rugged paint. understand? But you should be careful when you are using acrylic because it dries faster. It dries faster. And another question that people used to ask is, can I use both acrylic and oil color? The answer is yes, but for me to answer that, you are going to stick, make sure you stick to my channel and watch out for my next video. I'm going to talk on that, and I'm still going to talk on some what you can do when you are making use of acrylic if you don't want your paint to dry faster. If you don't want your acrylic paint to dry faster, I'm going to tell you what you can do, and to protect your artwork, I'm going to tell you what you can do. So you need to stick to this channel. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button, like this video, drop some comments on what you think. See you in my next video. Bye.